Hi everybody, it's Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration. How is everybody doing today? You guys, today's playlist is by the Creatives for Christ. Make sure you check out the playlist. It is in my description. You're going to see some very inspirational, exciting, fun artwork today. I think that you'll be very, very happy with everything that you see. Make sure you give everybody a thumbs up. If you don't follow them, not necessarily follow them, but if you don't subscribe to their channel, because this is YouTube, make sure you do that. But at least give us a thumbs up and maybe say a little comment. Tell us where you're from, whatever moves you to say in our little recorded video. Okay, so here's what I did. I found some of these little prayer cards, strength cards. They're printable scripture cards for strength. They're from a lady. Her shop is called Originals for You over on Etsy. She's got all kinds of very inspirational and awesome things over there and printables over there. Well, to my surprise, I thought I was just getting the cards. And when I opened up the file, I also ended up getting a couple of envelopes and also a couple of cards that I could actually, give to someone to let them know that they've been prayed for or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these scripture cards and I'm going to put them on index cards just to give them a little more strength so that, when I'm reading them or whatever and handling them, they have a little more strength to them. Now, in hindsight, I should have, you'll see me in a little bit do an envelope on there. I should have done the envelope in cardstock, but I didn't. I just did it in regular paper. But that's going to be okay. But what I decided was one of the envelopes, I was just going to put all of the index cards, the prayer cards and stuff in, And this is something that you could keep in your purse, and you see somebody having a bad day, needing a little help or whatever, you could just hand them one of these cards. These particular ones are about strength. I think that we all need strength at some point or another. When we're going through rough times and things like that, we need to look up to the Lord and ask Him for guidance and strength to get through whatever it may be. Okay, so as you can see right here, I am taking my glue stick and I'm just putting glue on the back of them and I'm sticking them on these index cards. Again, another hindsight thing. I should have just stuck them on there while the paper was solid, then only cut once. I cut twice instead of just once, but hey, we learn. And I've got plenty more to make, so that's what I did on the rest of them that I made up, because I've already cut the rest of them out. I just didn't want to bore you with doing every single one of them, because it's basically cutting it out, or not cutting it out, but putting it on an index card, cutting it out, inking the edges, and rounding the corners. So that's no fun. But doing it this way also, people can write. You could write a little note on the back on there. These could be, just handed out to people if you wanted to, and have your name on the back, or not have your name on the back, or you could name your church or something like that, to let them know that they're welcome to come to wherever you worship and stuff like that. Now, all the noise that you're hearing in the background is my dog. I don't know what her deal is today, but she is very hyper today and has been driving me crazy. I swear, in the last 3 hours, I have put her outside 5 times, and then she just comes back in. She has water, she has food, everybody. I have given her a biscuit. Her bed is where it's supposed to be. All her toys are out. I don't know what she wants. I loved on her a little bit. I don't know. But she's driving me crazy. So anyway, here I am just cutting these cards out. Oh my goodness. Life and times here at Funky Junk Inspiration. So anyway, we're just going to cut these out, and I'm going to ink the edges. We're going to round the corners, like I said before, and then we are going to make that particular envelope. I think I'll speed this up a little bit and let us get to that point. Okay, so now that we've got all those inked and cut and cornered, rounded off, you see here's all the other cards that I have. I don't exactly know how many's here. I didn't count them, to be quite honest with you, but there's quite a few of them. I think there's probably, I'm going to guess over 20. I'm going to guess there's like 24 or 25. So anyway, so as you can see, we have this beautiful envelope here. I was kind of looking to see if they would lay in there sideways or if they would lay in there standing up. But we're just going to cut along the edges on this envelope right here. Now, when you're doing the flaps, you don't have to be quite as careful as you are when you're actually doing the sides of the envelopes and the little flap up at the top. But these side flaps are going to be tucked underneath and glued. That's what holds it together. So I'm going to just get this cut out right here. Okay, so now you're going to see me. I grabbed around the index card and I thought, well, maybe I could stiffen it up with a little index card, but it's bigger than the index card, and I think we would just have all kinds of issues if I even tried to do that. Now, I could have got my score board out and scored this, which probably would have been better, but I felt brave today and felt like I could do this all on my own. So I'm just kind of folding it over where it should be. I ended up getting it a little bit crooked, but that's okay. We can fix it later. Okay, so here I am. I'm getting the top folded over, and again, I was very brave to do this without using the score, but that's okay. You know, everything's fixable. Okay, so now I'm folding over my flaps, and then here in a second, we're gonna put some glue on it and glue this puppy together. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Whenever you're making envelopes like this, or any type of ephemera pockets, anything like that, before you glue them together, you should go ahead and ink your edges. If you're going to put extra paper like on the flap or whatever, you should go ahead and get that done. I ended up inking mine, but I did all of it after I glued it, and it just becomes not impossible, but a little bit harder to get your little ink pad in there and all that kind of stuff. Just a little bit of information. Do as I say, not as I do type of thing right here. So again, we're just making this envelope, folding this over, and then putting this piece up here. Just kind of trying to line it up on the edges, and then folding it over. Now, if I'd have used cardstock, it would have been a little bit better because this would have been a lot stiffer. With it being paper and I'm getting it wet with the glue, it was kind of rolling a little bit on me and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I own the file now. I can always reprint it on a piece of cardstock, which is something that I may end up doing. Okay, so now you're gonna watch me ink this. And I thought I had the wrong ink pad because when I was doing the cards it looked black, but yet I was on the distressed ink. I think I've stuck my distressed ink pad in the black ink because I was working on another YouTube video and I was using black, and I think I grabbed the wrong little pad thing. But you know what? I don't care. It's okay. It's just a little bit darker than what I normally do, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. So see right here, it's kind of hard to get in there. Now, I was shown a trick to do that, and I forgot about it till afterwards. If you stick a piece of paper in there, then you don't get it on the back part, and you can get those edges a lot better. So here I am going around and around and around. Now, this paper, when they were printed, it looks like it already has the dark edge on, but I just like to add a little bit more. That's just me. You do you on stuff like that. Now, I decided that my inside flap, I was trying to decide if I wanted to put some paper on that or if I just wanted to grunge it up a little bit. So as you can see, I just kind of hit it with the ink, and I thought, yeah, I think I kind of like that. So you'll see here in a minute, I go back over it a little bit better. And I wanted to get down inside there, and I ended up just doing it. There we go. Because it's supposed to look grungy, and by golly, we got done. It does look grungy. So now here I almost started doing this, and I went across there and I was going to make that mark on the front of my envelope, and that would have made me sad. I wouldn't have wanted that scallop on there. But as you can see, right here we go. So now we have a little place that we can keep those cards in. And we could drop this down in our purse, like I said, and anytime that we need to have strength or anything, or it would be a nice little gift to hand to somebody or whatever. But that envelope is absolutely adorable. I love it, love it, love it. Then I decided, you know what, I'm going to take one of these cards that she gave to us, and let's put it in that envelope too, because you never know, I might want to pass out this card to somebody. The card's really kind of neat. It happens to say, it says, you've been prayed for on the front. And then the scripture inside is, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Mark 11:24. So that's what I put inside of my envelope. And I think it turned out really, really cute. Kind of inked the edges. I inked underneath on the white side, so when I folded it, in case I didn't fold it quite straight enough, that it wouldn't be, there's some white, Did I scare you when I yelled like that? Scared myself. So anyway, so now we're going to add a little bit of, here I'm doing the ink like I told you. Then we're going to add some glue to glue it together so it doesn't just flop around. Now, do we need to do that? Absolutely not. We could have just left it like it was, but it did stiffen the little card up a little bit so it wasn't such a thin paper. Because I printed these on regular old printer paper. A lot of times I use 28 pound up to 80 pound paper. So I do whatever, I'm feeling. So here I go with gluing these not two pages, but this page in half. So I'm just putting some glue on here. I love to use glue sticks, you guys. A lot of paper crafters like to use wet glue, and I just love using the stick glue because I don't have to wait a real long time for it to dry. I've not had any issues with it coming undone. Now, 15 years from now, if I pull something out, the glue might be gone. I don't know. I have no idea. But we'll find out, right? In 15 years. If I still have it then, that would be wonderful. So anyway, so I just folded that in half, and now I'm kind of flattened that a little bit. And we are going to stick this also in our envelope right there. So now we have in our envelope, we have a couple prayer cards about strength, and we have this awesome card that we could give somebody that we're praying for. Okay, you guys, I hope that you will check out the playlist, check everybody out. It's Creatives for Christ. A lot of fun stuff coming up. There will be a playlist every month with the Creatives with Christ, so make sure you check them out. Give everybody a thumbs up, subscribe to their channel, say hello, tell us the weather, tell us where you're from, whatever moves you, but please give us one little comment. Appreciate that. And again, my name is Christy with Funky Junk Inspiration, and I appreciate you all being here, and I will see you guys next time.